everyone, welcome to my channel. And today, Mike Tomacelli is going to show his triangle sequence and his triangle armbar sequence.
And then Tess is going to re-show it.
And I'm going to re-show it,
yeah. Okay, guys. Triangle attacks. My favorite sequence. One of them, anyways. For this week, anyways. Now, what you guys are going to do. One foot's going to go on the hip from your guard, squeezing your knees in all the time. Then what you guys are going to do, you're going to take your hand here, and you're just going to use a C-clamp. And as you lift your hips up, you're going to stuff her hand or jump the rope. As my hips come up, I'm also going to be using a hook grip just to drop this in my armpit. Okay? Contrary to what everybody else wants to do, bringing it across, I like this. I'll show you why in a minute. Now, once I get to here and I'm squeezing my heel down to my knee, I can drop my foot off and I can start hipping into it. As I hip into her, I'm going to push her down and away. I want to maintain on this leg 90 degrees or more that way. That means I'm below my sticking point and I can push her down and away. So if she decides to stack, I can push down and away. And I can still walk out. Sometimes they'll fall over. Sometimes you just finish your armbar. Sometimes you get your triangle. Okay? But make sure you have downward pressure on the side. Alright guys, now we go for our triangle. We come up, we connect our heel to our knee, we drop down, we trap the hand in our armpit, we're going to lock on our triangle, maybe we can't finish. Let's start breaking down some more structure. So the first thing you're going to do, if our hand is here, you're just going to come underneath it with this part of your hand and you're going to roll it in. You're going to reach for your own bicep, reach all the way over, and finish the inverted corner. If you can't get your triangle locked down, you're just pushing away, you can still finish here. It doesn't matter. Okay? Now, if the arm straightens out, you'll always have your arm locked. The thing you guys always want to try to do is use this elbow to keep this forearm trapped. So always keep it glued to your hip. Okay. Alright, now, part 3, my favorite series of the week. Triangle, hip up, hit your triangle if you can, trap the hand in your armpit. Can't hit that, maybe you're hipping out, maybe it's a big opponent, always push away with this foot. Hit your Kimura, arm lock, but if Tess decides to come back into me, I still keep this arm on this side, and I'm going to stop midway if I can. Depends on how hard they stack, okay? Alright, and some other part of the same technique. I'm sure she's going to edit this down a little bit. Come here, and then Tess decides to stack back in. So I come to here to transfer my weight to her lower back, and I come down on her head. Okay. Now, once I'm here, I have my traditional Kielhamer I can finish. It's a relatively low one. If she decides to lift her head up, you make your leg heavy. Then if she posts up on her arm, just come underneath. Now you guys have some other options. Straight arm locks. You can come in the front, drop her elbow down into your armpit. You don't always have to grab your bicep. You can grab your ribs, pull the arm back. Okay. But if you get to here and you miss it, or go back to the triangle, please. So we get to our triangle, and Tess stacks back over. So I get to here. But a lot of times we miss that middle portion, and we end up with that last technique we did. So now, important. Before I sit up, I'm going to take that leg and these 3 fingers. 3 fingers lock the elbow, along with my elbow. And I'm going to straighten my arm. I'm going to bury that shoulder to the mat. And I'm not going to sit up until this leg is flat and she's down. Now, once we're here, I can sit up. I still have these 3 fingers on her elbow. I can finish my omoplata. So, if I can't flatten her out because she's on juice or PCP or meth or it's a street fight, and we get to here, and she rolls like a ninja, I don't move. I let these 3 fingers hold her elbow here, and I roll. And I take this leg, and I come up. I hit my own heel, and I go all the way up underneath until I have her elbow clamped, her little arm right here. Then what I do is I roll up to my elbow, and I shoot this in. I'll give you another angle in a second, and you're going to come through. Grab your own butt, sit up. As you sit up, your feet will lock in underneath your back, and you have that arm right there. From another angle. Alright, same thing. We go for the triangle. Locked guard, ready guard. Legs in, triangle. Nice structure. One foot on the hip. As you lift your hips up, you stuff the leg and you clamp. As they're gonna, Tess decides to stack back up. Whatever I do, I make sure that arm goes in my armpit. I come back over, and now if I get here, I start to straighten my leg. Tess senses it, and she decides to roll. And I don't move. Go for the triangle. Separate the arm. Tess decides to come back, do a super stack. When I get there, I start downward pressure, and Tess rolls. When she rolls, I don't move. So run your feet down like this. Right there, okay? So look, I have these 3 fingers holding her elbow. This leg kicks straight, knee goes onto my own heel, and then I slowly grind up because I want to trap her elbow. As soon as I have that, I don't care if her hands are apart or if her hands are together. I roll up to my elbow and I shoot my hands through, and then I grab my shin or my ankle. Then as I come up to my hand, I'm going to slide my feet underneath the rib cage, and I'm going to have my arm lock here. If she decides to bridge, that's my cue to throw my feet over, lock her down for more square position. Is that good, Tess?
Yeah. So since I'm smaller and this is kind of like a gorilla, for me to put my foot on his shoulder, I have to push this knee.
Foot on my hip.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Here. That'd be really difficult.
Right there. And then for me, same sequence from here. Putting this foot down and skipping to here. Now let me show that. Facing the other way. Let me show that again. So let's go guard. When I put my foot on the hip, push this here to lift this. Push that away as I snake. Lift my hips to bite down. Put my foot and start snaking away. From here, I like to hook the arm. Yeah, put me still the other side. From here, this is already making him really uncomfortable. His face is turning a little purple. And once my hips are up, I'm using more of the hamstring. So this makes it a lot easier to lock on the triangle to finish from there.
Mother of God, listen up.
If your arms over here and you push his head down, you can keep the arm on the other side for the arm bar, right there. If he bends his arm this way, and I'm keeping this, he can still have that. And he straightens it right here. Straight arm lock. Let's say he stacks into me and goes the other way. I can lock on a reverse triangle temporarily, right here, just to kind of make him uncomfortable for a little bit.
That hurts the shit out of my ear. You're gonna get a cauliflower.
Okay.
Oh, just go over the head.
And then, so once I come here, I'm going to bite down. I can still go here. Wrist lock.
Me fucker.
Straight. I already did all the arm submissions. I'm going to put this right here. And I can then do everything else I want to do. This goes right here. And I can pull this back. And if I start transitioning for the omoplata and he rolls, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. And I'm going to slide these feet under. And most of the time, someone's going to grab their hands together. Like he was saying, this is his. I'm going to come here.
Oh, God!
And from here, armbar there. And if he lifts his hip to bridge, that's when I swing over and fish armbar there. Right here. And that's the Tomacelli sequence for a triangle armbar. Like, subscribe, and follow for more awesome videos. Thank you.